Podcast.
Hello and welcome to Battlefield Podcast, episode 12 of season 3. I did the math the other day. I think this is episode 131. Or something like that in total. We're back on Google Plus Hangouts live, and we are talking. This is a bit of an old school one. We have no new guests this week. Instead, we have ChalkOne, aka ChalkTwo.
Hello, guys.
We have Sean, aka JudgmentDay 6-something.
61.
61.
And it's good to be with you guys tonight.
And we have Tim, aka Darkness 429.
Oh, wow.
You guys did your numbers at the end.
BR549.
And I'm, of course, Ole, aka ChalkOne. A couple things we want to mention off the top of the show. Next episode, we're going to be joined by a president from Battlefieldo, if everything works out. And my challenge to you, Prez, is to bring a friend, someone cool from the Battlefield community. Your choice. Somebody who has a webcam. And just bring that person. So we'll probably be doing that on the next weekend or so. And that should be fun. Also want to remind you guys of our YouTube channel, where this video will be saved once we're done with the live show. We actually sort of create a new version of it with a little bit of fancy borders around to make it look a little bit nicer. And, of course, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Like the videos, comment, give us feedback. Check us out on our website, battlefieldpodcast.com, Twitter at BFPodcast. Facebook, Battlefield Podcast. We're everywhere pretty much. And
we even have an app.
Videos. We do have an app.
We have an Android app.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, Sean, you use Android, right?
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I created a link.
Tell me more things.
Battlefieldpodcast.com/mobile. It was one of those things built with one of those websites where you can just basically plug in a bunch of feeds and it creates the apps for you. But it works pretty well, and Android is the only system that's sort of open enough where we can just add that to our website and people can download it. So if you use an Android phone...
Did you say fees? So what, every time I use it, it's going to charge me?
No, I said feeds with a D there.
Okay.
So it has the latest YouTube videos on it, the latest Battlefield Podcast episode on it, and the latest news and forum threads, I think. I think that's what's in there right now. So... Of course, if you know how to develop apps better than just a prepackaged thing, let us know. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of YouTube video shows, like gameplay shows, which have been pretty fun. We're doing one called Battlefield POV, which we do weekly, where Tim and I, we play sort of a variety of game modes depending on what people suggest or want us to do, and then we live stream it, and we sort of have a dual stream set up, so in one corner of the screen you can see my gameplay, and the other you can see Tim's and our webcams and stuff. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun
Dance
to do.
puppet. Dance puppet. Dance. You guys must have a lot of extra time on your hands.
No, we just
really,
figured
it's
out how
really
to
late
do
at
it really
night.
quickly and dirty, and just not do much.
Yeah,
editing.
dirty.
We also
Sorry I asked.
Yeah, you find that a lot. Just don't ask things. Would you tell us a little bit about Danger Close, Tim? That was your brainchild.
Yeah, Danger Close is my little baby. Danger Close is kind of an infantry-based show, focusing more on the infantry combat in Battlefield 3. It was funny. We played Battlefield 2 the other night for retro game. We also played 1942, and it was fun to see the progression and how the combat system has progressed. Like in Battlefield 2, I felt like you'd shoot something and you'd never hit it. It was definitely more vehicle based. But I think in Battlefield 3 they kind of hit it right on the mark. So I wanted to focus more on that. So Danger Close, we do anything from Rush to Gunmaster and everything in between. So.
And you mentioned retro nights, retro gaming nights, or retro game nights. We've got 1942 coming out on Wednesday, where we played that, and that was sort of a shock to the system, I have to say.
that was my poor computer started crying when we played it. I said, please turn it off.
It was so. Did Sean? Did you play 1942? You're muted, I think.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I did play it, and I thought it was pretty cool.
It was.
When everybody moved on, I moved on too.
What was most shocking, I think, to us was the size of the maps. Like, I know people always say, oh, we need bigger maps, but boy, there was some sparse expanses of desert.
They were huge. There's no way you could just, walk across from one point to the other. It'd take an hour.
And we also pre-recorded an episode of Battlefield 2 that we did just the other night. And that was actually quite fun, I thought. It was good.
What did you guys
do
play?
that again. What were we on?
Wake Island?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll have to do that with you, He. I know you.
Yeah.
You
Well, whenever I get my computer fixed or get things running again.
Yeah, for Battlefield 2. We'll make it work. I know you are the Battlefield 2 king on the Battlefield podcast as far as rank.
Yeah, General.
Plays a lot.
So that's sort of a throwback show that we play once a week where we just go back to an older version of Battlefield and just see how that goes. It's usually entertaining. So.
And if you ask, they may go back and play Pong, too.
Battlefield Pong.
How do you play that? Bounce off the someone's head and hit somebody with another
Lob
bullet?
grenades.
So let's talk a little bit about close quarters, why don't we?
Sure.
And the only reason I know we've talked about it on the podcast since it came out, but we haven't had a chance to talk to you about it, John. So you became a premium user as well, right? Just like some 800 other thousand people in the world?
Yeah, I jumped on the bandwagon. I wasn't sure. I was back and forth on if I was going to do it or if I was just going to wait till later. And I decided since my friends were playing that I would too. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and went into it thinking that, okay, it's just going to be more of Metro. And I was pleasantly surprised. And really, I like it. Now, I run around with a shotgun, so... that makes a difference, but I found that I like getting more points in that than even in Conquest, is that very quickly you can get a lot of points.
That's true.
Well, it's a good kind of game mode to play with a shotgun on because I find very little use for shotguns in the other game modes. So
now, as far as having teams or squads and all that. Not sure how much that really helps you because I've also played it in like squad deathmatch or whatever, and it really doesn't matter the mode that you play. People are going to revive you anyway.
Yeah.
So being on a squad, I'm not sure, except for a spawn point, what the advantage of that it really is.
Yeah, you really can lone wolf through the whole round and not really worry about it. It's because it's random spawning, so.
But people seem to figure that spawn point that well. Sometimes when I play anyways.
It's changed a bit. People have started camping a little bit more and camping on flags and placing C4 in the right spots. And I've found some people laying in certain areas that they've figured out a good spot. So.
Yeah, I was one of the ones with C4s to get my achievement.
Yeah, it works well.
Assignment.
It works well. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There was one server I was playing on, and I was doing that, and man, oh man, it was. I can't remember what map it is, but it's where the flag is down like in the basement in a little narrow hallway, and I kept placing C4 and getting over in the corner, hiding there. A squad came down, and I took them all out, and that was about the point that they came up and said, "Hey, Judgment, quit with the C4." And about that point, somebody else posted and said, "Kick him, kick Judge," and I was gone.
Oh, did they really kick you?
Oh yeah, they kicked me, but I got my assignment, so I was happy.
Wow.
Oh.
But you get the same thing, if you're running around doing other stuff to get your achievements, people are complaining about it of noob tubing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they sort of encouraged it, right? Well, I guess, but one of the assignments requires you to get 20 rocket kills or something, so...
Yep.
So there's some of that. But you're right, it is pleasantly surprising how the maps are not like just more Metro.
Yeah, there's a lot of places you can run and jump and get to the flags from all different directions, so that makes it really nice. Now, I have to say, talking about the assignments, is that, or assessments, whatever, that is that when they first came out with Back to Karkan, I didn't care about them. If I got them, I got them. But for some reason, when I spent the extra $50 for premium, it was like, I think I'm going to start working for some of these assignments because they've messed the weapons up. In my opinion, they've messed the weapons up so much from what I was used to that it pushed me into trying other weapons. And I bet you there's a lot of people that have done that. They're going after these other weapons because I always went around with the 74 and the 27 and would own with that. And now it's they've adjusted it enough that it's not that good of a weapon for me. But so I'm trying out all these different weapons. I'm thinking, okay, well I'll go get these weapons and maybe I'll find my new best weapon. And I haven't.
And there are so many to choose from.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
I got all these unlocks, but I haven't tried all the weapons. I get into a game and I end up going back to my default weapons.
It's interesting. We still get some questions in our videos about some of the unlocks, and we did a couple of videos about unlocking the Scar L and a couple of the other weapons, and they got quite a few views. So
yeah,
people are still working towards it. I know that Tim and I, we both, I think, had all of our assignments except for 2 unlocked before Close Quarters even came out.
Yeah.
So
I got a little bored. I think I was off. I got the day off from work, and I did them all in one day. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, we had to wait because 2 of them actually required you to have Close Quarters.
I feel like they made them a lot easier in comparison to the Back to Karkan ones. It took me a lot longer to do the Back to Karkan assignments than it did for the Close Quarter ones. So.
Yeah, there was people after, 3 or 4 days of it being released that they had all the assignments.
Yeah, the 2, the sniper rifle and the JNG and the M5K, MK5. Whatever the submachine gun is, that didn't take too long. It was you had to play, you had to win 3 Conquest Domination ones and then a Gun Master, top 5 Gun Master. So.
Well, there were some other ones though where you had to get 100 kills with submachine guns or something. So it didn't take too long, but you kind of had to go out of your way a bit if you wanted to get them quickly.
Yeah, you had to switch up your playing style a little bit.
Well, yeah, I will say, though, the MP7, it is not difficult to get 100 kills with the MP7 quickly.
Thing's a little beast.
It is. It's great. I love it. The other thing that people have trouble with is the EOD bot kill.
Yes.
And I posted a video. I ended up getting it on Metro, of all places. I just kept writing it down one of the stairs on the left, the red stairs, and got lucky enough to get a medic that had his shock paddles out and was trying to revive somebody, so I managed to burn him. But I found this on.
Need that.
Here's the tip. Then I found this on Reddit.com earlier. Apparently, there's a bit of I don't know if it's a glitch or whatever, or just I guess it would be a bug. I would say in Battlefield 3 that say you have you're an engineer. You've got Javelin and the EOD bot equipped. You place your EOD bot down, switch to the Javelin, find a target. Launch, and before you hit, you switch back into the EOD bot view, and you end up getting the kill credited to the EOD bot, even though the Javelin hits the target. So,
I think it's a bug, isn't it?
It is.
It has to be.
Well, it's kind of like the like if you're riding in a transport helo, and you kill somebody, you get the credit for being in the helo.
Yes.
So, I think they're treating the EOD bot like a vehicle.
The person who posted this on Reddit found out because this used to happen. Or still happens if you launch the Javelin and then go back into mobile AA or something like that.
Yeah.
It misregisters the kill as the vehicle that you're in, even though it's actually the Javelin that's doing the damage.
Oh, there you go.
So he figured, well, let me try that with the EOD bot, and it worked. So that's sort of an easy way to do it, I guess. The other trick with EOD bots, I don't know if this would work. I haven't tested this, but this worked for one of the earlier assignments where you had to get a repair torch kill.
Yeah.
Is that you can just destroy an enemy still flam with it.
Oh.
And that counts as a... Oh, no, that was for destroying a vehicle. Sorry. But that's a trick for that one, I guess. If you still have to destroy a vehicle with a repair torch.
Yeah, which I do.
Torch or so flam, if you find one. That counts. Because apparently that's a vehicle. With no wheels or a way of moving.
Yeah, I would have never thought of that. The one I don't think I'll ever get is the you got to get 50 sniper rifle kills.
That was hard. I had to camp out on Metro on that one. That was rough.
You camper, you.
was like 25 headshots with the L96 that you had to do, and that was rough. I hate sniping.
I don't need that. I don't need that
I'm
one.
not a sniper.
But on Metro, it's it does. I don't know. Metro is good for anything as far as unlocking weapons or leveling weapons.
Yeah, it does
Sniper
encourage
rifles.
adding of stats.
But sometimes I find it really laggy for me. I don't know if the system is bad for me or something. But
It could just be the chaos of a 64-man server with explosions going off.
more lag.
Yeah, speaking of lag, did you guys happen to notice, it was this last week,
Yes.
is that they have lag? And apparently Gunner had called into EA, and they said it was because the premium, or what was it, the close quarters had opened up for everybody that wasn't premium, and they couldn't handle all the servers.
Oh, I was told it was a Punk Buster issue. You had to go update your Punk Buster, and that worked for me.
Hmm.
It was annoying. That's all I.
Not
It
that
was
EA would
very,
lie.
very annoying. Right.
Whatever you want to hear, they'll tell you.
Right, exactly. But it was very annoying. It messed up, gameplay for a solid day.
Well, I couldn't get over 20 frames per second, so I couldn't play at all.
Yeah, it just brought my system down to the ground, which was very annoying.
So talking about premium, we're into another month now. They sort of come up with new content every month, right?
Yep.
And so they've revealed or put on the calendar the things that will be coming out this month. Not with a whole lot of detail, but one of the things that's actually supposed to come out tomorrow on the 3rd is the strategy guide for close quarters, which I guess is actually done by Prima Games, who are the same guys that usually release these as books that you can buy at EB Games or whatever.
Oh.
Let's see.
We're also
What else
getting
we got?
we're getting a soldier upgrade on the 8th, which is a Sunday.
And people
And
will
we're
assume that
soldier upgrade?
means weapon camos.
Yeah, weapon camos and soldier camos. So right now I think it's the F2000, the L96, the PKP.
I was surprised by how few
those
camos
weapons
there
have
were.
Well, I feel like they're going to release more like weapon assignments. I think that's what they're working on.
Well, there is supposed to be in August a content update,
Oh,
which might be something like that.
cool.
So we get that. We also get a new video sometime this month.
Sweet.
Did you guys watch the first one? Which
I
is
did,
funny
yes.
because it got leaked onto YouTube within like hours of it being posted, and
Yeah.
it's
What?
very interesting.
Are you serious? How could that happen? Yeah.
But it was good.
I
just
watched
gotta-
a part of it. I didn't watch the whole thing.
It was okay.
Got kind of bored.
I don't
Okay.
watch those
It's
stuff.
kind of like the behind-the-scenes kind of stuff. It was cool.
I like to play.
You guys have favorite maps on close quarters, or?
Not really a favorite. The
Five.
one I don't like out of all of them is the factory one. I don't know what the name of that one is. but-
Scrap metal.
Yeah. It's dark, a lot of dark places, dingy. There's some spots of it I like, but overall I like the ones where it's more in like a, in the offices or in some kind of condo or whatever. I like that one. Or those.
Me too. Scrap metal is probably my least favorite one.
Scrap metal is very annoying. It's too dark.
It's difficult.
It's very difficult.
It is difficult.
9 to 5 is I think my favorite one. So I like 9 to 5 a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we played some Gunmaster on that a couple days ago.
So on any of the maps, have you found a place that you like to hang out the best to get the most kills?
No comment.
Come on, share it. Share it.
I think I'm running around. I don't think I ever stop.
No, yeah, me neither. I don't think I've camped at anywhere. That's
yeah,
why
I'm
my
constantly
KDR is
moving.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep running. When I try to find a place to get into a corner and hide, then a whole squad comes in and there's no way to survive.
Well, that's what I do like about Conquest Domination and those maps is you can literally just keep running. I think I told this to Poco Loco the other day, and he said, I don't know these maps. I said, just keep turning right. It doesn't matter. You can literally... They've done a really good job of not making it so that you end up in a dead end and then get stuck and have to backtrack, which can happen a little bit more in Scrap Metal, which is, I think, why it's not one of my favorites.
Well, so, Scrap Metal, you could fall into that hole where the train goes and you die.
Yeah.
If you jump wrong.
Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a train there till I went into a server that was empty just to check out the maps or show my son the maps. And it was like the train tracks were there, and he said, does a train go by? I said, probably not. About that time, here comes a train. Wow, that's cool. When you're playing the game, you don't pay attention to that. You're worried about kills.
Yeah. And you could fall out of the tower at Zeba Tower, which is pretty cool. Ola did that himself.
Yeah. Speaking of a fix that they need to do on those is when you spawn on somebody and you spawn off the edge and you fall down, that's just wrong.
Yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago on Ola. I think I was spawning on Ola and then just fell out of the sky. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, if people are on that skywalk or on that ledge there, I don't even spawn on them until they get in a building.
Yeah.
And with that, hello. What are we reading, everybody? You're blogging while we're talking?
It says error. Try again. I don't know why.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. Okay. Sorry, everybody. For some reason, my computer blue screened. Then I froze and started typing on my phone, and then it all just crashed. So we had to restart it. Luckily, it seems that Google was smart enough to save the first half of this, so that's good.
Thank God.
Yeah. We've done a number of podcasts in the past that we've had to redo, and it's not much fun.
Very frustrating.
Yeah. What were you guys talking about before I went all stony-faced?
We was talking about that.
We were talking about
what drug he was on.
Yeah.
They were talking about our favorite place, that if we found a favorite place in close quarter maps that we like hanging out around to get the most kills.
And what was that?
I think we all came to the conclusion that we just like running around. We don't really stand still.
Yeah.
Which I think
Not for very long.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of close quarters. I think they designed it that for people not to camp, which they're still doing, which is very frustrating.
Well, I just realized that my camera has also zoomed out. I'm sitting in the same spot as before, but the framing's different. I just realized that. Anyways, yeah, there's a few. Remember the other day I was playing and I had to take a phone call. When we were playing Gunmaster, and I was just standing in the corner of a room on Danya Fortress, just waiting because I backed to a corner, and I think I got about 4 or 5 pistol kills.
Yeah.
Just as people come by, I'm on the phone and just like, oh, tap tap. So it works like that. What else? Do we really have anything, a whole lot else to talk about?
I don't know. The news has been kind of dead as of late. Guess we can do a shout out for people to tweet to Zinto and Battlefield for the DICE approved dog tags. If you guys don't know what's going on, DICE is handing out a very special dog tag for people who have been influential in the Battlefield world. And we'd like you, the viewers and listeners and fans of Battlefield Podcast, to tweet to Zinto and tell him why you think the Battlefield Podcast host should get the dog tags, because, well, we've been doing this for a very long time.
And that was funny, then you found a forum thread on Battlelog where somebody said he had it and then he lost it after a couple days of flaunting it?
Yeah, he was flaunting it around to everybody and everyone was asking him how he got it, and then DICE decided to take it away from him. So I guess don't flaunt your dog tags around?
You mean don't get dog tag or knife kill?
Well, it's interesting actually because DICE has done a couple of publicly announced game nights or game times or whatever where the devs were playing so people can get their dog tags. Just funny.
Yeah, and we were talking with Level Cap last episode about stalking DICE members to get their dog tags. But this is a very special dog tag. It's very pretty looking, and it says DICE approved on it. So
yeah, it's apparently a
Very
special
nice.
pick that DICE sort of they select them. So there's nothing really that you can do
there's
other than
no criteria that you need to follow. It's just what they feel like is the who deserves them. So.
Yeah, but you can bug Shinto or even at Battlefield on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's just fun to bug them. It's funny to look at, the Twitter feed. So just keep poking at them.
And I think we're going to play a little bit after this. We're going to play some Danger Close. So if anybody wants to join us for that, you can join us on TeamSpeak, which is, I don't know it off the top of our head. If you go to battlefieldpodcast.com/TeamSpeak, I think it takes you to the page with TeamSpeak information.
Yeah, there's a really pretty graphic that I made that you guys can click on, and it just launches TeamSpeak for you. So
There you go.
we're there every night.
Well, that and the big thing this week, they're doing the double XP for the week
Ah,
for premium.
totally forgot about that
Yes.
one. All week.
I already got my promotion of the week earlier.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, non-premium users get it from Monday to half of Wednesday, and then for
Half
the
of
rest of
Wednesday,
us,
really?
yeah, half of Wednesday, only half for the cut Wednesday right in half, and then for the rest of us, we get it for the entire week. So I think everybody here is going to be Colonel 100 by the end of the week. So
Should be.
Not me.
Yeah.
we all going to get our own personalized shit buckets.
we have our very own Colonel Eagleman in the forum.
Yeah, it's just it's fun to poke at them too.
Yeah, it is. But the double XP, do you think they're overdoing it? Do you think it's too much? I mean, we've had this like 3 times in the last 2 weeks or so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think they're just trying to get more people to buy the premium.
Yep.
I think they feel like 800,000 members isn't enough. They want 1 million members.
They want more.
Yeah, they want more. So
Which, when I seen that for 800 premium users have signed up, how many games were sold? Was it 4 or 5 million of Battlefield
did they
3?
see a significant increase in Battlefield sales?
800,000 is all. You would think there would be more than that.
I'm sure
think,
people don't know anything about it. That's why they're just keep it on the up and go kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I just wonder. I wonder on the console. I know you guys talked about it last week with a guy that was on Xbox, and I got a son-in-law that's on Xbox, and he quit playing Battlefield 3 altogether when they went to the independent, where people could rent the servers. He said that he was getting kicked from them all the time because he was doing too good. So the admin would kick him. So people got so frustrated. Him and his family that were playing Battlefield 3. They moved on to other games, and they're done with it. So I told him, I said, well, there was talks of, DICE having some of their own servers again, but from last week I was listening to the podcast, sounds like that's not really happening. So I wonder how many people have been lost went on to other games because of the things that DICE has done now.
Yeah.
By the way, Eagleman
It's too
said BF3 is close to 10 million copies sold, and he get Madmins, which is Madmins, kicking him all the time. But that's because you take a look at certain people's score per minute, and if it's up there, there was a post a while ago where I think somebody said if their score per minute is over 700, then they're hacking.
Yeah.
But I noticed that my score per minute, it's around 540, and it's gone up by over 100 points, and it's all due to the double XP. So those kind of standards are all out the window now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, mine's close to 700. It's almost at 700.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to talk about mine.
Mine neither.
But I mean, the thing is that when you do double XP and you play like that, and I guess on the PC we're more used to getting kicked sometimes.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
You
You always
always get
have
to
to
a
deal
point
with
where
it,
you
man.
just don't care anymore.
But it hasn't happened a whole lot to me, so it's been pretty good. More often run into servers where I wish that there was an admin and there isn't, than running
Yeah.
into an admin that's abusing their power. But well, they're paying for it, so they can do whatever they want. It's like,
is
well,
right.
I guess, but
We're playing in their house. Follow by their rules, I guess.
there's a fairly large movement out there about trying to come up with a server rating system. You know, so that people
That'd be
know
cool.
what
That would be
servers
cool.
are recommended by the community and which ones, you know, have good admins or have bad admins or whatever. So that might be
Right,
kind of
right.
interesting.
That would kind of suck though, because if it was actually implemented into Battlelog, it would destroy a lot of servers. I'd think. You know, if someone gets really angry and they get their whole clan to vote against a server. You know, it would shoot it down in the rankings. So.
That's always a concern, yes. But people have done that on, say, Amazon.com with rating down certain books or certain products that are crap or
Right.
have controversial views or whatever. Like that's happened about certain books before.
Yeah.
So I guess that can happen. Again, all that stuff, if it's moderated well or something, it usually balances it out. But that's one good thing about Battlelog is that it's fairly flexible, I would imagine, for DICE to add features like that. Or maybe even one of the plugins.
Yeah, third-party plugins. I'm amazed that they integrate so well.
Yes, they do. They Better Battlelog and Battlelog Plus are pretty nice.
And they seamlessly work together, which is nice.
Sometimes,
Well, okay, seamlessly is a bad word to use.
yeah, mostly.
It's kind of like a 3-year-old. It has good days and bad days.
Mostly
Only
bad.
3
More
years,
so bad days
3 years
than
old.
good days. Yeah, it's still developing. It's it's temperamental. It has temper tantrums and whatnot.
Well, this may be a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. In the server browser, when Battlelog, the premium button, what is that for?
That takes you to the premium page.
News.
And it shows you the upcoming releases.
This is in the server browser where you can pick your rank, buster, all that.
Those are the servers that have the premium queue enabled, the line queue. So if you are a premium user, you get a higher priority in the line.
Yeah, but I've seen that on other servers that don't have the gold P. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that... Because I just did a filter on it. There's only like 4 or 5
Yeah,
servers.
there's not a lot of them running it.
Most of the servers that are popular that actually have a queue have a lot of people playing that are premium users. So every time that I've been in the queue, it always says, premium priority queue. But
Yeah.
I'm still 4th or 5th. Like, there's no... How do I know? Does that mean that there's 28 regular people waiting? I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they put on there, here's the slobs that you're in front of that are not premium.
So you can leave messages on their Battlelog saying,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm in front of you."
Yeah. That would be cool.
Stop typing.
Just typing away.
Sorry. Hey, I gotta respond. Stuff like that.
His mom wants to know if he's ready for supper yet.
Yay! Supper.
Well, we're probably good for this episode, I think.
Yeah,
Sorry
I would
about the
say so.
crash. That's a polite way of saying I think we've talked enough.
We pulled the plug.
And please be kind when you leave comments.
No kidding, eh?
It's been a slow week.
It's been a very slow week for Battlefield news.
No kidding.
There hasn't been much news, and I don't know how much. I mean, the next big thing is going to be Armored Kill, and you'd imagine that sometime this month maybe there'll be some more details, right? I mean, it's coming out in September, so
They have to start teasing it with,
Weeks.
Yeah. vehicle information or something. We haven't. It's been very, other than E3, it's been very close to the chest. So.
Well, and most of the stuff people have sort of derived off the video, the gameplay footage. You can tell, like, okay, there's an ATV, and there's
Yeah, what's really annoying is watching YouTube, and these people have 30-minute videos of analysis of a 10-second clip.
We should start doing that. We'll start doing that next week.
It's a 10-second clip, and it goes on
Maybe
forever.
we could do that on the We could do that on the podcast, on the
Okay.
Battlefield podcast. Slow it down and review where we went wrong.
And on that note,
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right.
ship
Well,
is
thank you
sinking.
to everyone that was watching live, and hopefully you found yourselves over to the second half. Like I said, this video, both parts will combine, and they'll get posted on YouTube tomorrow in a proper way. And we'll have the audio on iTunes, Battlefield Podcast, to search for us. Literally, if you search for Battlefield Podcast anywhere that you think we might be, you'll likely find us. And if we're not there, tell us, what that place is, and maybe we need to be there.
We will put ourselves there.
Whatever that is.
If they like it or not.
Yes. So, and yeah, join us on the forums and just hang out there.
Yep. Check out our YouTube channel. Like us, subscribe. Got episodes coming out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week.
And I think all of us will be gaming a lot this week for the double XP, so look for us. Join us.
Yes, it's gonna be fun, for sure.
Be a good week.
Okay, guys, can we meet back on TeamSpeak?
Yeah.
Sure can.
Yeah.
For a few minutes? Okay, because I'm going to hit end broadcast and everybody, gets booted out.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
See ya. See you, everyone.
See you on the battlefield.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Battlefield Podcast. Report online at www.battlefieldpodcast.com for more information and feedback.